Hey, it's Todd here, coming to you from Natomas, California, talking to you about what's happening in the real estate market in this area right here in Natomas. So, looking at the statistics and finding out the detail for a short period of time from January 1st of 2023 to February 20th of 2023, roughly 45 days. What's happened in the marketplace? What's different this year than it was last year? We've had a lot of storms, a lot of cold weather, a lot of rain. One of the best water years forever. I mean, it's just been awesome. So if you're a snow skier, you're loving it. But with that being said, real estate market, it's been what we think might be a little slow, but then again, let's look at the stats. So basically what I found out when I pulled up the statistics through multiple listing was that the pending sales of homes in the Natomas area for 2023 was 28 listings, or pending sales, excuse me. So we've got quite a few sales that have already gone pending. Man, that's great for this small market and this time of year. So when we've got 28 pendings and we've only got 26 actives, that tells me that things are moving. So even though it feels like they aren't moving or they're not selling, things are selling. And so that brings us to the point of, well, what happened last year? And what happened this year with solds? Oh, the homes that sold. What was the number count of homes sold? Everybody seems to think that the market's real slow, but what we're actually seeing is that there's not as many solds this year as there were last year. Last year, at this time, we had 47 homes that had sold. This year, we've only got 27 homes that sold. So we're down by 20 houses. So as far as sold homes in this short period of time. However, there's active buyers out there. And of those solds, not a lot of them sat on the market for a long period of time, maybe 20% of them. The rest of them sold within 30 days. But the real question for both the buyer and the seller is, what is the difference in the sales price of those houses this year versus what those homes were selling for last year? So here's what the statistics tell me. If we look at last year's home sales and using an average, we come up with the actual sales price of a home, average sales price of $301 per square foot. Looking at the sale price of homes this year, the average price per square foot was $274. So there's a difference of $27 per square foot for the price of the homes average across the board this year versus last year. How does that affect you, the buyer or the seller? Well, if we look at a 2,000 square foot house, we use that average and we're going to come up with roughly $54,000 of difference between sale price last year, sale price this year. That means the price values have dropped, and they've dropped by about that 7% number that we talked about, which brings down the value of that 2,000 square foot house by about $54,000. However, if you own a smaller house, maybe it only drops 25, 30,000, whatever, you can use that 7% figure and kind of get a close idea of where you should list your house if you're going to sell. Not everybody has the luxury of being able to stay in their home in this market. And many people feel like, okay, it's time for us to make a change for one reason or another. Maybe you want to get closer to family. If you're thinking about doing that, it's a good time to do it in the spring, as you well know. And, we may not see any better prices. I don't expect to see higher prices anytime soon. So if you're thinking about selling your house, now's a great time to prepare, get your house on the market before something changes and the market, even deteriorates a little bit more. As you well know, real estate goes up, real estate goes down. It's just part of life. Interest rates at 5 to 6%. It's not the end of the world. That's been the average for over the last 40 years, as far as I can remember. And I think you're going to do just fine if you pay attention to what's going on in the marketplace. Listen to your real estate agent and make sure you use a good real estate agent. So again, Phillip, Todd, Westlake Realty, and I hope you have a wonderful spring.